Good evening. What's up, Hope Shot family? Welcome back to Sunday Night Live. If you guys are just jumping on, say what's up. Let us know you're here. And as always, please share this live feed. I'm going to ask Caesar, like usual, to read the clarity statement.
All right. Hope Shot clarity statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common. Recovery is a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. And thank you for being a part of our Hope Shot family.
Thanks, Caesar. Appreciate you.
So welcome.
You're getting so good at that stuff, man. Like
I read it every week.
I don't even think you need to look at it anymore, do you?
Like, probably I do.
I'm just gonna test you one day just for the hell of it.
I'll probably fail that.
Probably. Me too. So don't worry. What's up, Allie? Welcome back. She's on the book again. Let's see. She put "Hey fam" back on the book for a week or two. Just got back from the Steeler game. We got Dustin. What's up, Hope Shot fam? Missed you all this week. Shared. Thank you. Appreciate you, Dustin. Good to see you here. We got Kyle. What's up, Kyle? Good evening. Wow. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. That's how I feel today, though. I don't know why I feel that way. Christina, what's up, Christina? Jennifer, hello. Christina. You know what? You changed your last name. I was just gonna blow right by you and didn't even recognize. Good to see you here. We got Joshua in Texas in the house. We got Becky. Good to see you here. Dustin sparkle farts. It just sticks, you know? And we got Terry. Thank you so much for sharing from Tennessee. Appreciate you. So tonight, we're going to be discussing pouring from an empty cup, you know? I think that's important for most of us because, like, we are good people that like to throw shit on their plate too much. I am that guy. I love to throw stuff on my plate and make it so full, even when I'm at a buffet. Like, that's who I am, right? But I just overfill my plate so much sometimes, and I always, it's always getting the least amount of attention, and it's my recovery. My recovery is always getting me time, self-care, except for a haircut. I got to get that. But besides that, self-care and making sure I'm okay is always the last thing to be addressed. So I am going to Caesar, you want to speak on this?
Well, being that I gave you the topic, I guess I kind of have to.
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want, bro. You're Caesar, the great. Can we show people your painting?
I don't know. No, it's not here. It's in my office. Oh, if I could share the screen, I would do it, but I can't, so I won't.
No, I'll try to find it. Don't worry, I got
it. I'm sure you can find it.
You can share the screen, by the way, just to let you know.
Yeah, but I don't have it on the computer. I have it on the phone.
Gotcha. Okay.
Excuses. Anyway, so we've been talking, at least in my household, and I know that the other people on the screen go through this, about you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself. I have to fill up with my recovery, fill up with my spirituality daily if I'm going to be any use to anybody else. I can't go out and help others, help the community, do Hope Shot stuff, work my normal job, which is like 12, 13 hours a day every week, and not, like Justin said, not do something for myself. I have to grow my spirituality, and I have to take the time to make my meetings. I have to take the time to meet up with my guys. And when I don't, I'm no good to anybody. Last week was a really tough week for me. I worked a lot of hours. It's one of those deals where it just seemed like nothing I did could go right. Like, my best efforts didn't make a dent in the workload. So I was just exhausted by the end of the week. And I had to make a decision this weekend to kind of just cut it all off. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I didn't have any commitments and I didn't create any. And I really needed to rest and I really needed to just get right with my spirituality, talk to my people, pray, and rest. And, by Sunday night now, I actually feel a lot better. But typically, we pack in all this crap on the weekends after I've got a super busy week and I'm just burning the candle at both ends. I talked to Nate, I talked to Justin. I should probably talk to Janelle more because like she's freaking awesome. But I know this is something that everybody struggles with that's on the screen. We have busy lives, we have busy careers, and we want to be of maximum service to the people in our community. And I can't be of maximum service if I don't take care of myself. So Justin said, it's usually the recovery part that gets the short end of the stick. Well, if I do that long enough, I'll lose everything because I have a track record that shows that when I don't put my recovery first, I freaking burn it all down. So I have to be around like-minded people that share the same malady that I have. And I have to be around them on a regular basis or else I forget what I really am. I forget that I'm an alcoholic or an addict. And I think that I'm normal, and I am absolutely not normal. I need to check in with my advisors. I need to check in with my people, and I need to run the stuff that's in my head past other people because my best thinking is not always sane. I'm real far away from a drink or a drug right now. That's not really an issue, but I don't want to give any cracks for addiction to seep into. And if I don't take care of myself, that's all I am. It's just full of cracks and crevices, and there's all kinds of weak points. So, I guess the message is take care of yourself. Self-care is not selfish. We have to have time for ourselves. We have to have time to receive and not always give. And if I don't take that time, then basically I'm full of crap because I'm telling everybody, hey, this is what you should do. And this is how you should do it. And if I'm not doing those same things, then I'm a fraud. So the advice that I give others, I have to follow myself. And, I tell people to get quiet and meditate. And I tell people to make all the phone calls. And if I'm being honest, towards the end of this week, I wasn't taking any phone calls. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to close out the week and go home. Like it was so short-sighted, but I was just like, oh my God, if I can just get through Friday and get home and close the door, I don't think I want to go back out until Monday. But I did what I know I'm supposed to do. Once I got past the initial feeling sorry for myself for having a crappy week, I got right back into gratitude. And I'm like, well, a crappy week, being employed, being free, being in recovery, sitting in my own home, and the gratitude list goes on and on and on. And then it's kind of hard to feel sorry for myself. But we were talking before we were on here, and, I can be bitching while I'm writing my gratitude list. It just depends on what state of mind that I'm in. So, take care of yourself. It's, as addicts, alcoholics, people in recovery, we tend to put ourselves last on the list. Everybody else is more important because that's what we were taught. The newcomer's the most important person, this and that. Well, we're pretty freaking important too. We're carrying the message, and I have no message to carry if I don't take care of myself. I'm an example of nothing if I don't take care of myself. So if I want to be a good example, I need to take care of myself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I got to do it on a daily basis. I can't do it just when I have time. It's not like, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to take care of myself. And the rest of the week, I'm just going to burn my shit into the ground. I have to keep taking care of myself. And I have to keep seeking guidance from people that have been doing this thing longer than I have. So that's my 2 cents. I like this topic because I think everybody that's a recovery coach or a peer specialist or anybody that's even thinking about going into this field in one way or another, the biggest thing you have to watch out for is your own recovery, and not to blur the lines of your work and your recovery. And I know that this woman that's on the screen can share about that because she's been doing it a lot longer than we have. So that's all I got.
Thanks, Caesar. I think this topic we could talk about every week if we wanted to, because it is so important, and like it always gets shit on the stick. It really does. So
Hold on, Justin. I just want to put this on the screen before you move on, and then you can read the other ones. This is for you, Janelle. Can we see Sparkle Fart's nails, please? Because they're epic.
They are pretty epic. I did lose my duck.
Aww.
It's okay. She's going back on tomorrow, but that's part of my self-care, doing these ridiculous things to my body.
All right, now you have to show the hair too. You just have to.
Okay.
It's how you.
It's worth it. The hair is so epic.
It's part of the resume. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Honestly. Like a real life Rainbow Dash unicorn. I love it.
Anybody wants to know what being comfortable in your own skin looks like? There you go.
There you go.
Oh, I don't know if I'm a poster child for that. We're getting there.
You're a poster child for not giving a fuck what people think about.
There's that part. That part, yes. That took a lot of work too, though. Yeah. For sure.
All right, let me just read a few comments real quick. We got James Frank. What's up, y'all? Hope everyone's good. Football season. Ready, go Browns. Let's see. We got Alicia says first time. Much needed it today. Well, welcome to the Hope Shot. Hope you get something out of this tonight. And if anybody's jumping on, we're reading. The topic is pouring from an empty cup, and I think we all can recognize that. Soto, hello guys from Tampa. What's up, my friend? We got Dustin says great topic. I'm listening with open and eager and big ears. Let's see. We have sorry, I'm going through. We got Mabel, Sheridan, West Virginia. Thank you so much. We got Stephanie says, I love you, Cesar Rodriguez, and I'm so happy you finally took some self-care time. We all need to do this. Recovery needs you. So do you, my friend. Dano says, I don't think anyone's argue about the normal part. What's up, Amanda? Good to see you here. Let's see. And then I'm going to read one more. Let's see, Tammy. What's up, Tammy? I'm setting my final goals in life. The walk is one of them of my possible ones left. Self-care is so important over everything else in life. Stand strong and live life to its fullest.
Yes, grasshopper.
Yo, living life to the fullest is the easiest part. You know what I mean? It's the pause that's the problem. You know what I mean? It's pausing. So Nate, you wanna touch on this? Is he speaking? No, he's not speaking. I can't hear you.
Hold on, let me take these out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you are. Welcome back.
AirPod fail, yo.
Wait.
Hold on a second.
Oh, watch this. Ready? Bam!
Hey!
And then there was 5.
All right, so pouring from an empty cup. All right. I, too, had a crazy, hectic week. But I want to, let me go back a little further. It's easy to get into this deal, find some sobriety, find some serenity, connect to a source, start getting some things back and start to attain some, friends. Interesting concept. Start to, Dad. Sorry, guys.
Hey, you let your dad be on screen. I don't even want to hear that.
Anyway, cameo from Dad and Bodie. Welcome. Sorry. And anyway, so I get into this thing. Now, mind you, I come in here with nothing. I haven't had a job. I haven't had a car. All I've known is prison and prison cells. You know what I mean? I haven't experienced a real relationship. I haven't experienced having a bank account. I haven't experienced what it means to have a good time, with people that aren't out to get me or trying to use me, or vice versa. And so I come into this deal, and I have no idea what it means to Jesus Christ. Hold on. I have no idea what it means to live. I have no idea what it means to be in a community and a society, and to do the normal things that that most people are accustomed to or take for granted, right? So anyway, so I get some recovery in me. I start building up a fellowship around me. I dive into this thing head first, and there's blessings and promises that manifest and come from doing this work. Um, if there wasn't, I don't know if I'd still be around, to be honest with you. And some of those blessings is I get, a new opportunity to connect with my family and be a son, a brother, a nephew, an uncle. All these things that I haven't been able to be for so many years. I get to, start working, having some money, getting a car, driving a car, and so it's what I'm saying is I am not used to managing these things. I have no frame of reference of what it's like to navigate life, period, let alone life with these things. And, you know, and as long as I keep showing up and I keep doing this work, I become, I have some integrity, I have some character, and people, want me around. And so it's hard for me to say no. I want to be involved in everything. I want to be a part of, because I am so accustomed to the opposite. I spent my entire life longing for the amount of connection that I have today. What I didn't understand is what it meant to, because this was my problem. Early on in recovery, I felt it was those things, that meant the most. It was the acceptance of others. It was, people wanting me around, all these external, kind of welcomings, so to speak. Like I was finally accepted into a crowd, into a group, and it felt good. I hadn't felt that for probably 2+ decades. And so, and I personally kind of got lost in, like, taking care of myself, and I mean, I'm continuing to do the work. I'm continuing to show up for others. I'm connecting to my source on a daily basis and everything, but how I'm not really focusing on what's important, and that is making sure that I'm continuing to do that inner work, that inside job, staying and taking care of myself, because I'm spread so thin. My first couple of years, I'm here, I'm somewhere every day, and now the family that welcomed me back with open arms, I'm never around. And now the relationships I'm in, I'm hurting these women because I'm still hurting, and these friends, all these, I have to have all these friends, right? I'm everybody likes me, and everybody has to like me, and if they don't like me, then I'm doing something wrong. Like I'm just kind of not feeling right in my environment anymore, and I'm still not feeling right in my skin. So it takes me a couple of years and getting into this deal to really start seeing all these things and becoming aware, only because I'm continuing to do the work, and I am open to the idea that I am still a little fucked up. Just because my obsession to alcohol and drugs have been lifted, I have years of trauma, years of conditioning, years of behavioral patterns that I'm trying to untangle. And I am navigating life in a way I've never ever navigated before. Right. So here I am. And I'm like, well, shit, man, there's so much more work to be done, but I can't do it if I'm in 90 different places at 90 different times. So I have to really start figuring out what's important to me, like, and I have to really start evaluating, why is it that I have to be in a relationship? Why is it that I have to have all these people accept me? And it all comes down to me, you know. I am still missing. Like there is a void in me still. There is things that aren't being dealt with. There are things that I am not working on, and I am still that scared little boy longing to fit in and be accepted and be liked, So what I do is I make a vow with my then sponsor. I'm no more relationships. I'm not going to get in a relationship. I'm going to stay single, and did I struggle with that for maybe the first 6 months to a year? A little bit, but then the last year and a half, I didn't. I stuck to it, and I stayed single, and I didn't date, and I didn't have sex or just, I didn't, nothing, couple times, and what happened is I fell in love with myself again. I discovered what it meant to be alone and be okay with that, and I stopped trying so hard to be at every little party and get salty when I'm not invited to this person's birthday party, and I see them on Facebook and I'm secretly like cursing them because, oh, why didn't I get invited? Like all that bullshit, and I found me a group of core people that want me in their life without conditions, that if I don't talk to them for 4 days, we can catch up later, and it's no weirdness, or you know what I mean. And it's no question, if it's not about if I'm invited, I just show the fuck up, because I'm welcome there, and what I do is, and I find something that I'm passionate about, surfing, and I just dive into it, and I don't need anybody to come with me, even though I would love for Justin and Caesar to come, but but I just go by myself. I go to fucking California by myself. I go to Puerto Rico by myself, and I am okay with that, and I don't know. For me, I always was an empty cup because I was so empty inside, I had no idea what it meant to be self-sufficient, to have self-worth, to have security. Not, I didn't know what these things were, I felt that insecurity and anxiety was just a given. I thought you were supposed to feel this way all the time, and you're really not, and there was traumas I was looking at that I was afraid to face, and then I was afraid to talk about. And, so my last year, about year and a half, of just really discovering myself has been, a great leap for me, and not only in my recovery, but in my personal life, in my, with my business, that I still struggle there, trying to detach from, that madness, and even in that, I'm able to, reach out to my core group of friends and reach out to my source and find some semblance of grace and dignity, even when things are going all wrong, and what I discover is how they're not going wrong. They're leading me to somewhere I need to be. Maybe I don't know where that is yet, but I am willing and open to receive whatever direction and that is trying to be shown to me. And yeah, so for me, pouring from an empty cup means first I had to realize what that empty cup was, which was my soul and spirit, because I had no connection and I was completely empty and vacant from like real emotional maturity. Like I had no idea what emotional maturity even meant, or that I was even worthy to have like healthy emotions. Um, so yeah, I think for me today, I have to continuously seek and keep searching and understand that, even a few years in, I'm just scratching the surface. There is, so much work to be done. And in that humility lies the ability to remain teachable and to keep receiving lessons that I sorely need. And also, it allows me to have perspective. And in that perspective, how can I be grateful? It's like, it's kind of like it goes in sequence for me. It goes with the humility, then I can be teachable. And then once I can really look at my situation, I can't help but have perspective. And once I have that perspective, I can see how far I've come. I hate that. Look at how far you've come. I hate when people say that to me, but it's so true, because where I was in 2018 and where I'm at today is just unbelievable. I can't even conceive. I had no idea this is where I was heading, and I have to believe that, in another 4 years, I could probably be saying the same thing. And in that train of thought, like, how can I really get stuck on these things that I, give so much power to, like my business and all those work situations that are completely out of my control, yet I continuously try to control them anyway. Because again, I've never had a business, let alone money, let alone, a company truck, or like all this is all new to me. And in this newness, I have to afford myself some grace, and afford myself space to make mistakes, to not get it right, and then not to beat the shit out of myself when I react because of it, because I'm just like growing up in public here. I have no idea, like sometimes, like some of these things I've never experienced ever. I got this Apple Watch, right? And I called somebody today from, I'm like, I'm calling you for my watch, man. I grew up in prison when cell phones and computers were all it's unbelievable to me. I drive in this car that's talking to me, and the fucking roof is coming open when I tell it to. I'm like, whoa, I'm just blown away by all the blessings in my life. But I also realize how much room there is for me to grow, in this space that I've never seen before, and to give myself a break when I'm bumping into stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me, if I'm not continuously seeking and connecting to my source, and putting, like Caesar said it best, man. My recovery comes first. I wake up in the morning, I drop on my knees, I get up, I get right into my meditation books. As soon as I'm done with that, I message all my core people, tell them how much I love them, have a great day, send them meditations. It's all recovery my first 30 minutes when I wake up. And I reach out to people all day, and then I help others at night. Even in the midst of my chaos this week, I still managed to work with two guys. I managed to hit meetings. I managed to show up for the Hope Shot, like, I don't know. Because I know without that, I'm full of shit, man. And I was full of shit for so long, and I don't want to be that person anymore. That shit scares me, man. I just do not want to regress. And so I just stay humble and keep seeking, knowing that there's so much more to learn. And I can't wait to, for the teacher to come, and however that might look, in the form of my truck getting totaled at work, in the form of, relationships going bad or good, in the form of my dog, who is an asshole sometimes. And I have to practice the utmost patience. Thankfully, my eyes are open that I can read the message today. Thank you.
Nate, you hit on some good shit tonight. Really good shit. Growing up in public. I love it. I think we're all doing that. Growing up in public, learning as we go. I ain't going to get it right, the first, couple times, but maybe the third time maybe we'd be right. But let's see. I want to hit this real quick. Misty. Hello, everyone. I am so proud of myself. I'm celebrating 2 years today. Never, ever would I have thought I would be saying this. Congratulations. It's amazing. I remember my 2 years, man. It's just awesome. The feeling. It's like, because they always say the first one it's a given. The second one you got to work for. And I'm like, what do you mean? I've been working. So I'm gonna read a couple comments, and I'm gonna get Janelle to share on this topic. Let's see. Mabel says, me either finding yourself along with knowing what you want in life out of life. Let's see. Amanda says, I have the hardest time saying no to opportunities. What I've learned, though, is that if it's meant to be, it'll come back around and we can't white knuckle it or we burn out. Facts right there. It's okay to say no. And I know Kelly was talking with Amanda about it. Kelly says, Amanda, I did it for a long time. One boundary at a time is what I've found helps. Say no to one thing this week. I've learned I've survived, and next week one more. Kyle says, my flaw is placing and holding the world on my shoulders, not only my own, but those who I love. I wish I could take everyone else's pain and just store it in myself. I feel that what I'm living for many of times. I've definitely made friends and played with my demons. And I'm going to read a little more after. So, Janelle, thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Even though it makes me nervous, I know when to say no, and tonight was not one of those nights for me.
And it's okay when you say no.
Well, even if it's not, like, usually a bitch is tired this late on a Sunday. I'm old. I'm old. You guys were spitting tonight. Nate, bro, I had to go pick up a piece of paper and take notes, and I don't even remember what my notes mean, but I'm just going to try to match half what you just spit. The first thing I want to say is that comment that Amanda made about having the hardest time saying no. Not only was I an addict and an alcoholic, but I'm a codependent, and I have a hard time not pleasing people. Like, if people are upset with me, I think that probably hurts me worse than anything else I've ever done or been through. I just don't like people being disappointed with me. I'm a perfectionist. I'm an overachiever, and that's what fuels it. But I also had to learn as a human being and as a woman in recovery that I have to take time for myself. In the first few years of my recovery, I spent all the time that I could trying to make up for all the mistakes that I made. And it was perpetuated by the intense guilt that I had for not just the things that I put myself through, the things I put my family through, the things I put my children through, the people that were around me. That guilt caused me to say yes to more things than I should have. And I really did burn myself out, because I also work in the field of treatment. So I would be in that arena all day long. And when I'm at work, that's for everybody else's recovery. That's very different for me. I'm not there for me. My shit becomes very separate. But it is emotionally draining to sit and help people walk through that darkness all day. So then I would have to spend like the other few hours a day trying to take care of myself, and I couldn't do that because I was too busy also trying to take care of everybody else. Cause again, I'm a good codependent. One of you guys were hitting on it earlier about working in the field. I think for me, working in the field, I had to work twice as hard on my own recovery because of that. I've watched a lot of people come into this kind of work career-wise and think that that's going to take care of their own addiction. If anything, I think it made mine harder to deal with, which is why I feel like I had to work twice as hard. I can't let my bullshit and my trauma and my feelings and my thoughts get in the way of somebody else's recovery, because my path is different than other people's. My choices, my events were different. The disease is the same, but it's all different. Everybody's path is going to look different than mine. And I think trying to take care of me in that meant that I had to work twice as hard. So I made sure that mine didn't bleed into somebody else's recovery. Man, I'm trying to read my own notes, and this is really sad. I was writing so fast to keep up with Nate, man.
I do that all the time on a normal day-to-day basis, and I'm like, what in the hell was I thinking?
Honestly, struggling with it. For me, one thing that I talk about quite often that I don't think I've talked about on here, but fuck it. I have my recovery, I have my career, I have, 3 kids, husband, I have my own little zoo here in my house with my asshole dog and asshole cats. But I also have had to, over the past like 5 or 6 years in particular, really slow down. I've been having chronic health issues for several years that have just really caused extreme fatigue. I mean, extreme fatigue. Like anybody that works with me, like Fish is watching right now, I think you will never see me without a Red Bull in my hand. And that's just to keep up, with everybody else. Part of that is because I burnt myself out so hard in the beginning. And part of it is other factors. But for me, it's not even just taking care of my mental health and my recovery. It's also making sure that physically I'm staying on top of everything, because it's like a game of dominoes for me. If I don't take care of my mental health, it comes into my physical health, and then my physical health starts to tumble really quick. So like it's a really delicate balance. It's something that I have to keep track of every single day, but it's doable, and I can still smile and do fun shit. I just get tired quicker, but I mean, like if you take anything from it, like I have to do stuff for me so that I feel motivated so that I can go help other people. Because see, even Fish is saying every time the bull is in the hand, she knows, everybody knows. Like I lost my train of thought. Thank God I'm pretty. Oh my gosh. Can't read my notes. I'm done. I'll come back to it later.
Oh wait, I want to go off what she said real quick. That is some real stuff when it comes to, I'll get so busy and I'll put my head down and my life becomes a checklist. Like I got to get this done and I got to make it there. Like that's not an option. I got to make it there. And then I got this thing, and then I've got the things I have to do, and then the things I want to do. But in my brain, I'll turn the things that I want to do into have to do's. And I'll come home and I'll be gone 13 hours, and it won't hit me until I slow down and I go, oh, my stomach hurts. I'm like, oh, I haven't eaten today. I literally haven't put one bite of food in my body, but I've put plenty of caffeine in because that's what's important. I got to keep going to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And that's one of the parts of self-care that I miss. I put myself last. I don't stop for lunch. I don't stop to get a snack. I just keep going. And, it takes my wife to go, that's not normal, right? Like you have to eat food. You're a human being. You have to stop and eat food. And that's why you come home and you're freaking grouchy and you're miserable because you're starving and you don't even realize you're starving.
Yeah. I just realized that struggle about a month ago because somebody like, oh, I'm going to go take lunch. And I'm like, what the hell is a lunch?
What does that even mean? Like,
is that a protein shake? Like, what, what do I do here?
Are you saying you're stopping at the gas station? That's what you mean, right?
Yeah. To get a Slim Jim and a Red Bull. Yeah.
Yeah. A Red Bull. That's lunch.
Honestly.
Let's see. We got we got Steve in the house. Captain Nate, the shot, dropping it. Kyle says, Nate, I love you, bro. I relate in everything you said. I haven't learned to stay grounded with my recovery and have recently relapsed and feeling like I'm going downhill with my thinking now. I needed to hear your speech and I will do better. I have to. Let's see. We have Hard Knocks in the house. What's up, my friend? Let's see. Terry says, that's me, codependent. And I know you've seen Kelly's thing. It says, yes, to know, working in the field is hard. Boundaries are the real thing, and we burn out fast. We got J.R. Weaver. What's up, my friend? South Carolina. Professional and personal boundaries are there to protect your recovery. We got Allie's just jumping in and out of YouTube, Facebook. She's all over the map. She's like basketball in it. East side of the court. Let's see. Christina says, you inspire me though, girl. And the passion you have for your job and your recovery is amazing. Blessed to have you in my life, Sparkle Farts. Hey, you want to hear some cool shit though? Janelle was actually my counselor for 2 times. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that, but 2 times. One time I was in drug court and I couldn't get it. Like I was just so far gone. It was just, I was strung out so bad. It was like my glory photos. And then the second time I did, and I finally graduated, and that set me off into, where I am today. Not saying that it happened right then and there after, because I thought I still can handle it, I could handle drinking, I could handle smoking weed, but no, that didn't happen. It all comes back, tumbling back downhill. So yeah, it's funny, man. I was just thinking about this topic. Well, not this topic per se, but it all kind of flows together with the loving yourself, because they taught, I don't know if anybody, that analogy with the freaking, the damn when you're in an airplane and those things come out of the ceiling and they ask you, are you supposed to put it on your kid first or you? And some people say their kid, but no, you got to put it on yourself first so you have to help yourself first before you help anybody else. And that's one thing that I've always struggled with, is like, I struggled with insecurities my whole life. Like I've hated everything about myself, every single part of me, my name, my ears, my hair, how tall I am, you name it. I hated it. And it was so bad. I hated myself so much that I hated the world. I hated everything around me. I was like stupid flowers. You know what I mean? Like, literally that's how it'd be. Like you're just walking as a stupid fucking flowers, just like, cause I just hated life. I hated everything about it. And, it's still a struggle for me some days to even love myself enough. And in turn, I don't know how to love other people. Like I don't know, like sometimes I think there's something wrong with me, to be honest with you, because like expressing love is something I struggle with, like loving some other people. And even first it's myself. That negative self-talk, it's still 4.5 years in. I still struggle with that all the time. And a lot of humans do. But it's the counter effects of that I have to do for myself in order to make it happen. Like there's a few things that I've done to love myself. Like I went back and got my GED so I could feel, because I love myself and not think I'm dumb, right? Because sometimes I do. So I went and got my GED because I want to prove myself that I'm not fucking dumb, because I'm not. I am a smart dude. It's just I channel it in weird ways, But that's what I say. Another thing is like I quit smoking. You know what I mean? Like I quit freaking smoking. I'm still blown away that I'm 3 months in on this thing with no nicotine. Still blown the fuck away. Listen. And I never thought in my wildest days that I would quit smoking. Never, ever thought about it. Never wanted to. I was like, this is the only thing I have left. I don't want to freaking stop. This is all I got. I quit everything else. What am I coping with? And you know what? After that, like I cope with food like crazy, right? Like crazy. Like I love food. I love ice cream. Okay. I'm going to put it out there. I love ice cream, and it's a problem. Like I will stop eating. Like, okay, I'll eat healthy. And then as soon as I get a lick of ice cream, it's like a drug addiction, bro. It's like, pow, I'm off to the races.
Hey.
Dairy Queen. I'm like, yo, man, you got that stuff.
Hey, Justin, I can relate to that, because I told you, there's been a carrot cake sitting in my house for 3 days and nobody's been eating it. And I was like, I'll just have a bite last night. I swear it was calling me. I was trying to go to bed and it was like, yo, come have one more bite. Caesar. I ate the whole carrot cake. It's gone. It's gone. I ate the entire thing.
It's insane to me. Like I really tried the self-care, taking care of yourself, trying to stay somewhat, because listen, as much as image is not supposed to be like the all too, it is important for me to take care of myself to where I don't have a pot belly. Like I was eating so much and doing, such unhealthy stuff that like my stomach was huge. Like it was. And I was like, oh my God, I look like a freaking boulder on fucking stilts, and I told Tiffany that. I was like, what do you see in this? And, but that's okay. So I have these moments where like I'll work out, I'll get fit, and then I'll throw it all away. Just like that's how I do it, man. I feel like it's just like recovery and addiction. Like I'll do really good and I'll throw it all away. And then I'll, come back and, start doing it again. And I'm on that right now. But this time I'm not cheating on the weekends. And this time I bought a machine that literally I can make my own ice cream, but healthier with natural sweeteners and
So excited
almond
to come
milks.
over and try it.
Huh?
I'm so excited to come over and try
Yeah,
it.
whatever. You talk about the pool like that too.
I need a self-care day at Justin's. I got to make it a priority.
Oh, come on over whenever you're getting froggy. You know what I mean? Like I'm ready for you to come over anytime. But like it just these little things that we can tweak to make ourselves love ourselves more, and help with that process of doing it, because it's like I'm trying to help myself with the process. I don't know. Listen, I don't know about y'all, man. Even buying clothes is like such a freaking over top. Like I just figured out my pant size. Isn't that crazy? Like my length. I don't know what I had in my life where I couldn't understand. Like I'm just learning these things about myself. I'm learning what I like. I'm learning what I don't like, what I like vegetables. Like, oh gosh, I'm trying, but it's hard. I know, Nate, it's a struggle for me too. Like, but I'm learning these things. I'm learning who I am and what makes me tick and what doesn't, what fits me, what makes me feel good. And I still struggle so hard. And it's been almost 5 years in recovery. So like if you're new and like you're getting in these things, listen, it's okay. And it gets better over time. And like it's gotten a hell of a lot better in the last year than it was the year before that, but I keep at it. I never stop trying to be better, and that's filling my cup to where I am not a mess to my wife. I'm not a mess to my kids. I'm not a mess to all these people around me. I'm not hating life. I'm not hating everybody. First, it starts with me, and then it pours out into the world. Like I have to start here, internal, and then I pour that out into the world, and that's it. If I do not pour into me first, I am screwed, and everybody's screwed around me. And my wife will attest because she's felt it. And that's another thing. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, and I'm going to shut up after this, but the Will Smith thing. And I know Will Smith is not everybody's fan in the world, but he had a good thing at one time with the fill your cup, man. I can't demand Tiffany to fill my cup. You know what I mean? I can't beg her. And that's something I did for a long time. And me and her, I feel like we both did that together in a relationship. It's not supposed to be like that. We find our own happiness and present it to the relationship. So, and that's all I got, man. So
let's hear from Tiff.
I am. Can I read a few comments and then I was going to pass it on?
No.
Oh, my bad. How about, wait, Caesar, you read some of the comments. How's that?
I just want to hear Tiff, though. That's all I really want.
Right. Okay, then let's hear Tiff. Come on, Tiff.
Unmute, Tiff. We want to hear you.
I don't even know what the topic is.
We're talking about, so the topic was you can't pour from an empty cup. So we're talking about when we don't take care of ourselves, when we're always doing stuff for others and not putting anything back in, that we have nothing left to give.
Yeah.
So taking care of yourself.
God, I feel like that's been such a topic with everybody that I've been speaking to lately. And it happens, I feel like, because like we're hitting that time of the year where like, all right, most of the year, I mean, in my mind, most of the year is pretty much done. We're about to hit September. September is that month for me where September leads to October, November, December, January, bam, is the new year. And I'm like, whoa, what just happened, right? So up to this point, like we've all been working so hard and focused and stuff. And as you guys all have mentioned, like we get involved with this person and that person, this work thing, that work thing, this extracurricular, that extracurricular, still trying to be a mom, still trying to be a mother, sister, brother, all that good stuff, right? And cousin, whatever. And the thing is like, my friend sent me this video today and it hit the nail on the head, right? So it was this video, this lady was talking about how, people ask me, how do I do it? How do I do it all? And she goes, the answer is I don't. She said, because if you see me out there grabbing an award, that means I'm not giving my kids a bath at bath time. If you see me giving my kids a bath at bath time, that means I'm not out there writing this paper that I'm supposed to be writing, and I'm failing at that. And if I'm winning at one thing, there's always some other area that I'm failing at, because that's just how it is in the working life. Like, that's what we do. She said it perfectly. I wish I could play the video for you guys. It was like, she said, it's the deal with the devil that you make to be a working woman in society these days. And granted, like I said to my friend, I texted her, I said, I feel like that goes for all men and women, any of us, any human that is working. Like, there is, and we talk about the buckets, right? You got to make sure you're pouring into all the different buckets, and all of us have like 12 different buckets we got to make sure we're pouring into, and we only got the one pitcher that is pouring out of, and it's like, so you got to just try your best, do your best every day, and choose to remember that if your pitcher is empty, where are you pouring? I mean, exactly what you guys said. And we're always going to be failing in some area and doing amazing in the other area. And then as moment we try to do amazing in this area, well, some other of the areas are going to be failing because we're doing so great over in these areas. And you know what? It's okay. Like, it's okay. As long as we keep priorities straight. And for me, top priority is that connection with God. That second priority is my meditation. Like you said, Nate, first thing when I wake up in the morning, you know what I mean? So, like, if you carve out just even say 10 to 15 minutes to start, 10 to 15 minutes if you wake up a little earlier, just for yourself, have quiet time, open up your meditation, open up your Bible, open up the window and watch the birds fly by for 10 minutes with nobody asking, talking, needing anything. Give yourself 10 minutes in the morning of, and then slowly but surely you can start to like build on that. You know what I mean? And like, it just fills your soul. And then when you're pouring from your pitcher into whatever bucket it is that you need to, like you said, Janelle, like, it's amazing. So, all right, that's all I got.
Man, I freaking love listening to you. The message I just got from that is we're gonna make mistakes, and it's okay. I mean, we're so hard on ourselves. We are so hard on ourselves. Any little thing missed is the biggest deal in the world. Thank you so much, Tiff. I love listening to you.
No matter how big or small, too. No matter how big or small.
Yeah, no, I mean, the tiniest thing just trips up the whole day. But let me go to some comments here, Justin, because mainly
you do you, Caesar. I'm just here.
Nikki is saying absolutely amazing, Justin. Just proud of you. You put down the cigarettes, you put down the vape. Shannon, same thing. So proud of you. There's a voice behind me saying something. Christina,
it's the voice of reason.
Let's see. The ice cream thing. It's because ice cream's amazing, Justin. I got to give it to Justin, man. Like, when he makes a decision that he's going to do something, I don't care what it is. Nothing's going to stop him. Mm-hmm. If he's going to stop eating ice cream, it doesn't mean he's just going to stop. He's going to find a way to make the best ice cream that fits the bill. And he's going to do it.
It's super duper, absolutely incredible. Like, we've been playing around. He's a chemist with it, right? He made some incredible banana ice cream, and I
real bananas.
He's got me excited. I love Mabel. Mabel says, ate the whole cake. Absolutely, Mabel. I did eat the whole cake, and I really don't feel that bad about it. Helen. Holy shit, Justin. 3 months. You inspire me. You inspire me too, man. You worked through that and you stuck to it.
Yeah.
This is good.
I'm still in shock, just to let you know.
Heather says, oh my God, Justin, that's what I always say about cigs. This is the only thing I have left. You can take the drugs, you can take the alcohol, but damn it, you can't take my cigs. I've been struggling with stopping smoking. I believe God put it on my heart to quit, and man, it is hard.
So I'd seen a comment that says, how did you stop smoking? So I have these things in my head that I have to make sense for me. I'm a numbers person, and I'm like an event person, I guess you could say. And like, so I wanted to say I haven't smoked all of 2022. So I stopped smoking cigarettes, but I vaped because I was like, I'm going to stop by my 40th birthday. My 40th birthday was in May. May 19th was my 40th birthday, just in case anybody wants to send me a present too. And then, so I vaped from January 1st till May 18th. I vaped and I cut myself down on nicotine. And then on May 18th, that night, I'm sitting there freaking out to Tiffany. Oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Oh my God, I did that. And I didn't touch it. I was like, all right, I gotta try. I said I was gonna do this. I want to do this. I just want to do this. And it stuck. So you gotta make these little things in your head that just click, you know?
I'm proud of you, man. And I look up to you for being able to stick to it and do that. I just want to throw Rachel up here. I love you, Tiffany McPadden, so much, because we love when Tiffany gets on here and drops knowledge.
And Janelle.
I don't know if I drop knowledge, but I'm definitely entertaining.
Bro.
Any women, it's great to be on here. We really appreciate you guys.
Anybody besides me, Nate, and Caesar, great.
But Helen says, so true, Tiffany. Balance is hard. And Chakra Khan says that time in the morning is crucial to me, and she takes it really serious. I am not allowed to interrupt that time. I try to interrupt it with my own selfish stuff about
Oh, you better not. She's gonna get claws like me, and she's gonna start clawing your face.
Nah, I just look at her face and I know I'll be in trouble just before I walk out the door.
So there's another comment on there that I just cannot stop looking at that I wanted to.
What is it?
Heidi Sutherland. I know I'm butchering that, honey. I'm so sorry, Heidi.
The going on 10 months comment?
Yeah.
Boom. There it is.
So it says in there, trying to figure out who I am has been the hardest part. It's a lot easier for me to take care of someone else's needs than my own. And it really just, I think, like the one thought that I could get to scream in my head today, right? I had to start making a list of things I liked about myself. And it's something that I teach a lot of people. Like I teach a lot of the clinicians under me where I work about self-care and about not trying to pour from an empty cup, and like trying to figure out who we are in recovery. And then those of you that work in the field too, add this in too, because sometimes we get it fucked up with the roles that we play. Like I'll sit there and say, oh, I'm a good mom, or I'm a good wife, but that doesn't say anything about who I am as a person. That just tells me and you roles that I play. Like I could be a shitty wife and a shitty mom. And if you ask my kids, they might tell you I'm a shitty mom. But like trying to figure out the things that we like about ourselves. Like, who am I? Like I'm a very inquisitive, person. I always have to learn something new all the time. I'm very caring, sometimes to a fault, but like that's who I am. That's not roles that I play. So that really jumped out at me for anybody that struggles with that. Cause I know that was something that I struggled with really, really hard. Was like, who the hell am I? Cause how am I going to learn how to like myself if I don't even know who I am? Mm-hmm. I'm going to let people run all over me if I don't know who I am.
Mm-hmm. That's why I respect Nate, man, for being able to like take yourself. I do give it up to Nate for like not dating anybody, going on vacations by himself, like not needing anybody to go surfing, just doing it. Like listen, man, I have a hard time just going to do stuff I like. I don't know what that looks like still. Like I know I like to work, and that's all I was only good at working before, so because I need to feed my habit. So now I have to learn what I like, and it's still a process when you have a wife and kids. And
I'm glad that Janelle didn't let us kind of glaze over that comment. I sponsored a guy, and that was his biggest problem. He could follow the program to a T. He knew how to put it into action, but the moments in between the meetings or the service work, he did not know what to do with himself. I mean, he buried himself in service work for almost 2 years. And then he came out of that and he goes, I don't know what to do. And I said, I can't tell you what you like. You've been locked up the better part of your life. You're going to have to get out into life and try some things and figure out what you like. I had to do the same thing. Like once I came out of the other side of the haze. The stuff that I did before was no longer like the thing to do anymore. Like I thought I really liked to go out on boats and go fishing. It turns out I really like to go out on boats and drink, because once I got sober and I went and sat on that boat out in the sun just holding a fishing pole, I went, well, I'm not a fisherman. We just found that out. It's been trial and error, like I had to figure out not just who I was, but what I enjoyed and what I liked. And that's not always easy. It's a lifetime of addiction does not equal, a bunch of great hobbies and things that you like to do. So I had to learn those. And again, I admire Nate too. Nate wanted to surf and he jumped right in and he decided he was going to do it. And it is what he loves and it's his passion. It's what he chases and does. And it's awesome. It took me a while. I didn't really have hopes or dreams of this recreational life. And then when the time came, I was like, I don't know what, like my sponsor asked me, well, what do you like to do in your free time? I'm like, I don't know what free time is. I'm not familiar with this thing that you're
What do you speak of?
Yeah. But I was able to share that experience with somebody and tell them, hey, I had to figure it out. You're going to have to figure it out. I can't tell you what you like. Like, I don't know.
Babe, you want to say something? I see it.
Yeah, I wish I had that piece of paper. I could pull it out. So there, I went through a bunch of boxes, cleaned out the garage, and I found these papers from Justin actually when he went to outpatient daycare. And
You didn't throw them out, did you?
No, they're in the folder right here. And so it's literally 2 or 3 pages of what adults like to do, right? And they give it to him to like, what brings you happiness, right? And I was reading through it and I was like, this is a good list. Like, I wonder if I like some of these things. And others of them I knew I wouldn't. And others of them like, yes, this, And I wish we could like scan it and share it as a file on the Hope Shot or something, so that like some of these people, it's like, if you need to get to know who you are, it really is like everybody said here. You got to go out and try it and figure it out. Do I like bowling? Nope, I don't like bowling. I figured that out. Do I like drawing? Nope, I don't. But I love coloring and I love trying to pretend to draw, So it's literally trial and error. Try it out. It's like a kid. You tell them to try riding a bike, and you know what I mean? But it was like this whole like 3 pages of things. It's like, whoa, it's like seeing it listed out. I was like, there's a lot of different things you can like or not like, So
yeah, you should. So that means you're gonna put that up tomorrow. Is that what you're saying? You're gonna post it? Okay. So let's read a few more of the comments and let's wrap it up. But what do you call it? This Wednesday, man, we're gonna be having the International Overdose Awareness Day. We're gonna have this meeting. So what the plan is, so everybody knows, we had like 900 responses to this event, 900 something. So
yeah, it's insane. I saw that.
We're gonna see how this works. But if this works, man, if it does well, we'll do it. We'll do it every year, and so we can have 100 people on a Zoom meeting. We have 100 people in the meeting, right? We're gonna have a meeting. Let's all talk, and we'll kind of just share some things. We're gonna we're planning it out right now for Wednesday, but we're gonna do glow sticks. We're gonna have purple glow sticks or a purple shirt, whatever you want to choose. Glow sticks would be an epic deal, just to let you know. But if you can't have one, purple shirts work real well. Just something purple, because those are the colors for Recovery Month, which that's what kicks it off for September. And we have 100 people in the Zoom meeting, and then we're gonna go live right here on the Hope Shot with this 100 people meeting, and it's gonna be epic, So if you guys can't join inside the meeting, be on the live, and then if we have people, that get out of the meeting once they say something, and then join the live, come in, and say your piece. It'd be really cool. So that's gonna happen this Wednesday, 8 p.m. instead of doing Addiction to Success, because that's what it's about right there. Anyways, you want to read some of the comments, Caesar, and we'll go, or?
Sure. I had completely zoned out and was listening to you, so I have none ready to go right now.
You want me to?
Look at Russell.
There we go.
Russell, you got to take Russell surfing this winter.
Let's go, man. Fuck this winter. I'm going Thursday.
It's Thursday, bro. Thursday.
He is working on Thursday. I can guarantee you.
Normal people are.
Tiffany, you're absolutely right when you say you have to put God first. I wake up every day and spend my first 30 minutes with my higher power. I can't pour into anything good if I don't put him first. Amen. I'm just going to keep shooting these. Thank you, Tiff, from Becky. Let's see.
You don't understand her impact she has on this show.
She's just all light and love. It's awesome. You guys are amazing. You hit it on the head tonight. Thank you, guys. I am 6 months in after 23 years of addiction. This is not easy, but it's the best I have felt ever.
Beautiful.
Yes. Amazing. Skipping over the vape comments.
Oh, man. Can't wait. It's all I have left.
Here,
It's all I have.
do that one. Ah.
Nope. I get a lot from you, Janelle. That's Becky. Yeah, just
Rachel says, one of my brothers just asked me the other day what I like to do, and I honestly struggle to find an answer other than having moments with the people I love. Still trying to figure it out, and that's okay.
That's okay. Hi, Kelly.
she's lurking.
The voice of reason.
Oh man, if she's there was a good one I had. Oh, this is the one I liked. I just posted on Facebook a conversation between me and someone else who asked me what I like to do in my free time, and I said, I don't know, deep clean by Keurig. Still trying to figure this out. It's definitely a process.
I think we might need her to come over to our house. I don't think we've ever
That takes some time too.
I
love
honestly
that, though.
actually did that in early recovery. I had like little dance parties and I would deep clean my whole house. I'm sure my husband would love me to do that now, but I did that like the first 2 years. I did nothing but like Saturday night, go to a meeting, and then here I am drinking coffee and cleaning all night.
Oh, hey, Rachel. I love you too.
It's
right.
That's about the end of the comments. I just want to say I love that everyone on here gets vulnerable with their weaknesses and shares what they struggle with. I appreciate you all. You guys are all my support, and I appreciate everyone that comments on this. Everyone's sharing what they're going through, and we're all on this journey together. And I'm talking about everyone that's watching, everyone that's on the screen. We all have struggles, and we all have to do this thing one day at a time, and we have to figure out how to life and how to be an adult together, and it's amazing. So I appreciate everybody that comments on this and shows up every week. You guys are the stars.
Speaking of, hey, Justin, I heard you say next Wednesday, I got a whole pack of purple glow sticks. You would be proud
This
of me.
Wednesday.
I need
This
Wednesday.
This
Sorry.
Wednesday.
Sorry. This Wednesday.
We got
Look at this.
we got mad glow
Oh,
sticks.
that's what I'm talking about.
We got glow sticks for days.
That's what I'm talking about. It'd be like old days. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you start fading, I'm popping another one. I got two of them.
Triggered.
We're all going to your guys' house to kick off recovery month.
do that?
Totally. Yeah, we can. Absolutely.
I don't know if Justin's OCD can handle trying to run the show again from here.
That was a little rough. I'm not even going to lie. All in one room, it is a little rough.
It's rough, man. It's hard. So I'll stay right here in my little corner. But yeah, I'm super excited about it, man. And you guys stay on, by the way, after we get this done. Okay, cool. So all right. Well, see you guys Wednesday, 8 p.m. We're gonna go live. So show up maybe 7:45. You guys want to do the Zoom, jump in at 7:45 if you're gonna be in the meeting. We're gonna go live at 8 right here. But the Zoom link is inside the event. I'm going to repost the event and hope to see you guys there. So,
Something purple.
Come purple. Bring Barney. All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you all for being here, being a part of our family. And I love you guys too. See you guys. Good night.
Night.